Hello, this is Admiral Goss coming to you with another video. This is going to be a video for Elden Ring lore. I'm really interested in this game. As you can tell, I've two other videos stacked up to release. Of course, those are about common topics, which is why I haven't released them yet. I want to probably fix them up and probably redo them. But let me digress. I'm here to talk about, well, has no one like thought about that finger maiden in the beginning that died, that actually got killed, that technically you were supposed to meet? I think the reason you were maidenless is because someone did it deliberately. Technically, the maiden that was there, the church where you woke up, was supposed to be the finger maiden to guide you. Like you weren't technically supposed to be maidenless. I think this was done on purpose. I think you were supposed to always have a companion with you on your quest, right? Because it kind of makes sense. 'Cause every other tarnished, um, that was chosen by the fingers, had a finger maiden. Even though most of the tarnished that we encounter don't, surprisingly. And I wonder, and it's never even explained why, right? Because all the other people at the round table, Um, they don't any of them don't have any finger maidens. Like I think they had finger maiden candidates, but they didn't have any actual finger maidens, right? Because if you look at the royal remains, Anisha, who served Ofnir. Now I'm not gonna go into any. I'm not gonna jump into any understandings of gender or how that goes about being a finger maiden, but I think Anisha was a female. Um, and so I think she was supposed to be his finger maiden. Of course, she was probably a different type. Um, no, it didn't seem so either, right? So I'm not even gonna go into those type of implications because I have no clue, to be honest. But you were meant as the main character, I guess, of the story to have a finger maiden. You're supposed to be different out of the whole bunch, but you didn't have one. You're maidenless now, and there's no real explanation to why. Well, until later on, right? Because I ended up running into after Salvius's oh spoiler alert, by the way, spoiler alert. If you haven't gotten this far into the game yet, or if you haven't been doing Rani's quest line, and if you don't even know who Rani is, well, I think you should click off this video because I think you should do more of the story uh before I divulge anything and ruin it for you, right? So there's this character. His name is Selvis. Um, he works under Rani's service, and well, uh, after his usefulness is ended, he dies. You can also do his quest line to also access this, but I don't like him, so I don't do any of his quests. Um, and so you can get this puppet from him. Of course, you have to look for starlight shards. What you can get later on, you can also get them early on in the game. I don't remember the exact location. But you can get them early on in the game, and that's all you have to know. Well, Selvis, he had a puppet on him, on his on his corpse, or you can probably buy it from him after you finish his quest. Um, and it's called the Finger Maiden Theralina. And now I'm going to read to you the notes for this, for what it says, because this is going to be telling, right? So the Finger Maiden that's dead right there, her name is Theralina, the one that you were supposed to meet. And now let me explain why. Let me read the text is on this text in Elden Ring that explains most of the puppets or any of the ghosts you get, right? They always have lore with them that comes with them. And this is what this one says. Spirit of Finger Maiden, who never met the Tarnish she was meant to guide. Uses healing incantations and holy water pots, but she is not a finger by nature and is ill-suited to battle. A fighter by nature and is ill-suited to battle. A maiden without a tarnished without a maiden, and yet no guide to bring them together. Yeah, I think the Finger Maiden that was dead on the floor was Theralina. Now, you can actually find, if I'm correct, two maids, three maidens in this game? There can be three maidens in this game. Two of them are dead that you find, and one you have to make into a Finger Maiden through a quest line. The second one is out of the question, actually, because she's found dead in some other place, like very, very far away from you. Well, this one makes more sense because she was killed before you met her. She couldn't guide you. Not only that, but she was the closest Finger Maiden to you, right? Now, I think the words on the bottom really confuse it because it actually like she's well obviously she's never met you because you didn't get to the church until you were summoned there, right? So I'm guessing she was waiting for you there. And the fact that this is what the reason why the game isn't linear actually. I think that if we met Finger Maiden Thiralina, the game would be a lot more linear because she would have to tell you where to go, right? Where would be your next destination? Where would be the safest place to go? To make sure that you grow correctly, right? Guide you in a way. She'd be like the she'd be your NPC guide in a sense. Because I'm like Melania takes a very hands-off approach with you, right? She's just kind of like I'm here. You're supposed to fulfill whatever I think you're gonna fulfill, and we're gonna go about our business. And I don't think Melania had anything to do with the death of her. I think you just happened to be there when she needed you the most. I think it was mostly a coincidence thing. But I do think that there was some type of plot here, right? Even though it could be that Selvis just wanted a Finger Maiden puppet, because he's crazy. But I think it was done deliberately. I think someone had a scheme to make sure that you are guideless, right? So that you can, and this is, I think, the reason why you can go through so many routes, right, in the game. I think, like, Thoralina's death had opened so much for the character. Um, Now, I could go much more in depth into this a little later on in another video if you like, because I think, any, like, more speculation will veer off from the actual subject of the video. So, you tell me if you like my theory. Um, I think it's a theory backed up by a lot of evidence. But comments but down below, you tell me what's up. If you like this video, think you can like it. Subscribe if you like. I don't know. No, that's your choice. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.